Hi, my name's Ben. I'm the owner of Novelec Stereophonic, and what have I gotten myself into here? Well, the story is I've been really tied up with customer restorations lately, and I haven't had time to tackle some of my own personal projects. So these are 4 top-of-the-line monster receivers that have been in my restoration queue for a while, and I really need to get some of these restored and sold so I can get some more space in my shop. So I wanted to post this quick video to get your guys' opinions on what I should work on next. I'd also like to know, out of the 2 formats that I post in, which one you prefer. A single video that includes everything from history, front panel review, controls, restoration, all that in one video, or individual videos showing each phase of a restoration at the bench. So I'm looking forward to seeing that in the comments. Next, I'm going to dive into each one of these, give you a little info that might help you decide which one I should do next. So the units under consideration are the Sansui 9090, Sansui G-901DB, ROTEL RX-1603, and Pioneer SX-1980. These are all truly monster receivers, both for their size and their output power. They range in width from 22 inches up to 23.5 inches, and the ROTEL is the biggest one at 20 inches deep. And if we combine the weight of all these, of this whole stack, you're looking at about 260 pounds. So these things are monsters in every respect. The 9090 is rated at 110 watts per channel into 8 ohms. Weighs approximately 51 pounds and started production around 1975. It's very similar in cosmetics and design to the 9090DB, but it differs in the way that the output stage works, both for the driver and the output transistors that are used. So I've been wanting to compare a 9090 to a 9090DB for sonic performance, as the 9090 is technically a simpler design and it's more reliable. The Sansui G-901DB is rated at 160 watts per channel into 8 ohms, weighs about 59 pounds, and started production around 78. Again, this is the Euro version of the G9000DB, so it's got a gunmetal faceplate instead of the silver that you see on the G9000. As far as Sansui monster receivers go, there's really only 2 that are considered a step up from this. That'd be the G22000 and the G33000. The G9700 technically has more output power at 200 watts per channel, but the consensus is it's a big step down in build quality. So if you're looking for the biggest, baddest Sansui receiver that's not a 2-piece, the G9000 is the one. So excited to dig into this one. The ROTEL RX-1603 is rated at 180 watts per channel into 8 ohms, weighs about 72 pounds, and started production around 1976. As far as I know, this is the biggest receiver that ROTEL ever made. They are a bit obscure. When this one popped up locally on the used market in as-is condition, I jumped on it because I'd never seen one before. So definitely excited to take a look at this one. It's similar to the Sansui G22000 in the fact that it can be separated out. It has a preamp tuner, has one chassis, and the power amp is a separate unit that gets bolted onto the back of the other chassis. So there's some optional kit that you could buy to separate it, just like you would with a 22,000 or 33,000. The Pioneer SX-1980 doesn't really require a whole lot of introduction. This piece is known as one of the best receivers of all time, and it's super desirable. This unit's rated at 270 watts per channel into 8 ohms, about 78 pounds, and started production around 1978. So during the Power Wars, this was the biggest receiver that Pioneer produced. The only ones that won out over it were the Technics SA-1000 at 330 watts, the Marantz 2600 at 300 watts, and the G33000 also at 300 watts. This unit is fundamentally working, but they have a power supply design flaw that needs to be addressed in any restoration. It's going to get a full restoration regardless, but that's the interest in this one, is that you get a close look at the power supply modifications that are done to make these stable. Again, in the comments, please let me know of these 4 units which you would prefer to see a video on next, and even better would be a ranking from 1 to 4. That'd be really helpful. If you're interested in buying any of these, the top 3 units are going to be available for sale immediately after I finish the restorations. I will be hanging on to the 1980 for a while, so do not ask about that one. And just for reference, it's the end of August 2022, so if you're seeing this video sometime way in the future, these are probably gone, so keep that in mind. Alrighty, thanks for stopping by the channel. We will see you next time.